All right, thank you so much for joining me on this new video. Sorry about the angles, I'm in the car. Of course you can see that, but welcome. welcome and welcome back to Turning Pages with Bree. So glad that you are spending some of your time here with me on this video. So this video is going to be me sharing a few different things. One is I have some books that I want to donate to the Free Little Library, and I'm actually at one of the Free Little Libraries that I found that is not far from my house, and so I'm going to be stuffing their Free Little Library with some books that I have. I was lucky enough to actually purchase, of course, some books from Dollar Tree, and also I had some books of my own that I wanted to get rid of. And then I actually stopped by this thrift store that was in my area that I had never seen and stopped by before, but I happened to look up and see it. So unbeknownst to me, they did have some books in there. And I want to quickly share with you some of the books that I found in there, which I was pleasantly surprised. I got a few books, and they said the books were $1 so each. So I thought, okay, this is even cheaper than Dollar Tree, because they're $1.50 now at Dollar Tree. Well, got up to the register, and the assistant, the cashier, whatever, she says the books are $1 each, but you can have a box and fill it up and it'll only be $5. And I had like 8 books in my hand that I was about to purchase, and I was like, oh, okay, $8, this is great. Well, she's like, if you want to go, get some more books, you can fill this box and it's only $5. And I was like, man, but I had already looked and I didn't want to go back and look again. So I told her, I said, no, I'm good. I'll just, $8 is not bad. She's like, oh no, you can have those for $5. So I didn't even pay $1 for these books. And I'm just quickly going to share with you. I'm not going to go over it. I'm just going to share with you the books that I got. Cause I'm like, what? I got these for less than $1. I got these for like, I don't know, 8 books divided by $5. Come on now, do the math. Okay. Got Omar Tyree, and I know this is an oldie but goodie, but this is Fly Girl, an original. I mean, really? I hope you guys can see that okay. Omar Tyree. Sorry about the position of this. Got Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan. And I actually wanted to order this from Book Outlet, because I did want to read that, and I just was, anyways. Colleen Hoover, November 9. Colleen Hoover's Hopeless. And mind you, these are in pretty good condition. If Only I Had Told Her, Laura Nowlin. And another Colleen Hoover, Never Never. And is this, I don't know if it's Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher. Okay, Never Never. Another Colleen Hoover, Ugly Love. And one more Colleen Hoover, because they had a bunch of them, Heart Bones. See? Okay. Just wanted to share with you, and also wanted to share with you, I donated a bunch of books to the Free Little Library that I go to when I walk in the park. I've been, kind of giving them more than I've given other ones that I have donated, because they have 2 in the park that I walk in. Well, because I want to say I filled it recently, like maybe Monday, it wasn't that long ago, like less than a week ago, and I filled it. So I did not expect for pretty much the next day I went back, because I was I walk there daily, or at least 3 to 4 times a week, and went back. Not a single book was in there. Now, the first time this happened, I was like, okay, these are good books. Maybe somebody, they coming through here walking all the time. It gets packed, possibly it's all gone because people took them. Well, this time I'm like, there is no way. There is no way that all of those books are gone. Now, mind you, like I said, the books that I'm donating are really either lightly used or they are brand new. Okay. Because like even these, I go through and I try to pick books that look in really good condition. It may have stickers on it and stuff sometimes, but the condition is pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? It's not used and abused, because I don't like used and abused books. I preferably like either new books or really like new, because I'm picky like that. But it ticked me off, because I think that, I'm putting them there free. I want them to be going to people, and not someone just, hoarding, or I don't know what could be happening. But because of that, I am spreading my wings to other free little libraries in my neighborhood, in the area, in order to give other opportunities for people to enjoy these books that I am donating, because I don't think that's fair or right. And I hate that, because that's my closest, most convenient place to do them. But whatever the case may be, I'm not going to do that. So anyways, I wanted to share with you guys what I am about to do, and I will definitely be back on with more for this video that is bookish, but this I wanted to share with you. And I'll include some pictures as well. You'll have pictures up here of me, the locations where I'm donating. Okay, so I am about to finish reading The Bitter Truth. The Bitter Truth. I'm at the very end, so I am going to finish this up. Sorry, I'm holding the phone, but I'm going to finish this up. And hold on, sorry, I don't want my fingers to be in the view. Sorry. And I am going to get back into Whispers on the Lake, or of the Lake, by Shanora Williams, because I started it. I'm about, I don't know, a few chapters in, I'm not sure exactly, but I am going to report back to you in about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, I guess, about The Bitter Truth. I will share with you some of my feelings on this, and then I will talk to you a little bit about the Whispers on the Lake. I can tell you it is good. I started a few days ago, and I wanted to kind of, share with you while I'm reading it how it's going, because I'm physically reading that on my Kindle, because I bought the book, I pre-ordered it, had it, and for some reason, I don't know if I messed around and donated the book to a free library, or if I have just lost it in the house. I don't know what the hell I did with the book. I can't find it. I had it in my hands several days, several different times, and for some reason, when I got ready to pull it out to read it, I could not find it, and I have looked everywhere. I don't know what a damn book at. So I may rebuy it, but I don't know, because I was going to read it on my Kindle anyway, because it's just easier. And I've already now, like I said, started a few chapters in, and it's good. So I'm going to come back on after I finish up The Bitter Truth, and tell you a little bit about how I'm doing with Whispers on the Lake. And I'm sorry about the shakiness. All right, I'll stop. Okay, so I have completed giving out books to the Free Little Library for this session, and I probably won't do another Free Little Library gift away for a good minute, because I've given quite a bit. So maybe next year, I'll start off the new year, maybe, gifting out some books at that point. But I think I've done well. I've supplied a good amount of books throughout my area that I live in, to the free little libraries that have been, you know, in my space. So hopefully that, you know, those books are enjoyed by a lot. And maybe possibly I get some business from it, from the bookmarks that I created. So we'll see. I did finish The Bitter Truth. I talked about that I was going to finish it the other day. I didn't get it finished that day, but I did sit down and go ahead and finish it. And so now I can give you just a bit of a wrap up of what I thought of The Bitter Truth by Miss Shanora Williams. Okay, so, and I'll have the book up here so you know it'll look, so you can see it correctly. But when I first started reading this book, I read it a little bit and then I wasn't in the mood for it. And so I do agree with some of the other booktubers and people that sometimes you're just not in the mood for a book. Doesn't mean it's not a good book. It just means it's not the time for that book. So I put it down and I'm glad I did because I wasn't ready and I wasn't in the right mindset to take this in. And I picked it back up at the right timing. And it wasn't that long after, but I picked it back up. I was ready to read it and I zoomed through it and it was excellent. I would definitely say I probably give this a 4-star easily. For me, it was a thriller by Miss Shanora Williams. If you don't know, she writes in several genres, thriller being one of them. Romance is where I found her and started reading from her originally, and then I found her thrillers. And she also writes fantasy, and I'm not a fantasy girl, so I have not read that yet, but because I like her as a writer, I probably will at some point read one of her fantasy books that she has created because I like her writing. This book, and you know I'm not going to give you any spoilers because I don't think, I don't like it when I'm given spoilers. So I'm just going to tell you that if you are looking for a domestic thriller that has to me, a decent ending so that you're not left hanging, this is that type of read. It is serious in the subject matter, but it does deal with some serious things that go on. But I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it to not tell the story, but it is suspenseful, thrilling, but it's not over the top. You know what I'm saying? It's not too crazy, but it does deal with some emotional gripping type incidents in here. So if you are triggered by certain things, you really want to read those trigger warnings, maybe read the synopsis on the back so that you will have an idea if this is something you need to read and put in your spirit. But I enjoyed it. I read it really quickly once I got into it. And if you're looking for a good thriller writer, I think Shanora is an excellent one to choose. She is so good at what she does. She tells a great story. And I don't know where I didn't pull up to see what number in the thriller. Let me see. Maybe it's on here. 1 second, y'all. Because I was wondering, because I can see her growth is what I'm trying to get at. I think this book may have been an earlier one of hers. I was trying to see where it fell. I don't know. I can't tell, but I can tell you that she only got better. She only gets better. Yeah, this one says it came out in 2024. So now this is not that early of one of hers. But I mean, it was a good read, but I definitely feel like her book that I read, The Perfect Ruin and The Wife Before, I think, to me, in my opinion, they were better than this one. But this one was good. It was just like, I would say this one would be number 3 to that. So I would definitely go with The Perfect Ruin first, The Wife Before second, and then this one. But so far, all of them have been good. And The Other Mistress is the other one that I want to read of hers. And so I will definitely be checking that out. But I am currently now just starting Frida McFadden's The Housemaid. Everybody and their mama have read this book. I am just in the first two chapters. I'm on chapter 2. So I am new to reading this and I cannot wait to get into it. It sounds good already. I am enjoying it. All, you know, it's good to me. But it's Frida McFadden, and you know they are creating a movie. I don't know if it's a movie or a series, but they are creating one already for this. It's already been adapted. So I want to get it read before the movie comes out because I think the movie's coming out pretty soon. So anyways, I wanted to share that bit of information with you on this video. And I also wanted to do a very small library haul because you guys know that I go to the library and I check out books that I may be interested in purchasing at some point just to see if I like the writer, the author, and also to give that author that pub of knowing that their books are constantly being circulated through our library system so that we will constantly, you know, get those indie authors and those new authors that notoriety. So I think that's important. So I have a few books here, and forgive me, but I may have already talked about one or two of them. I can't remember, so I'm just gonna keep it pushing. So I am going to first start out with the first book, which is Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. This is a thriller, and I have not read anything by Carter Wilson. So because it's a new author to me, and I am not sure if I really like this author yet, I decided to use the library to check it out. And I'm also going to try to get it on my Libby or Hoopla so that I can read, listen at the same time, or, you know, kind of go back and forth. But this is a thriller, new thriller author. The next one I got was Sandwich by Catherine Newman. Sandwich. And this is, I believe, like family drama, you know, that type of read. It's not that short, not that long of a book. And I've seen a few people talk about it. It sounds like it's interesting. It sounds like it's going to be complex. But, you know, some of that family messiness, and I am here for it. So I want to try her out and see if I like it. Sandwich, Catherine Newman. And the next one I got is Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. This is the next one in the series. What's the name of that series? A Rebel Blue Ranch novel. Yeah. So anyways, this is the next one in the series. I have read 3 of them. I think this is number 4, and I am here for it. You know, it's a romance. And if you know, you know. I've enjoyed it. It's lighthearted. It's just, you know, something easy, palate cleanser type book to read. And so I'm looking forward to finishing up that series. With that, the next one is Gold Coast Dilemma by Nana Malone. Nana Malone. And I'm sure this is a romance, but this author I keep seeing pop up on my feed in Facebook. And it's not this book, but it's another book that she has that kept popping up. And so it made me interested to try her out as an author. And what better way to try her out than to go use the library and pick up one of her books and see if I like her writing style and see if I want to maybe purchase one of her books. So again, Gold Coast Dilemma. We'll see how that goes. The next one I got was Transcendent Kingdom by Ya Garcia. I don't even know the name. This looked interesting. It is, I think, by the same author of the book Homegoing. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this, so I am really not sure exactly what it's about, but it looked interesting. And I can't remember if I read the back, but anyways, it looked interesting to me. So I said, you know, I'm just going to base it on the fact that it looks interesting. It's in the indie author, Black author category. I'm going to try it out and see if I like this author, and that's what I'm doing. The next one I got is These Heathens by Mia McKenzie. Okay. Everybody named Mama on BookTube and TikTok or whatever, BookTok, have been talking about this book. I am interested to see how I feel about it, and what better way than through the library. So I've got it and I'm gonna try it out. And I also got this book called Kiss and Spell. It is by Celestine Martin. Celestine Martin. And so I am going to enjoy reading that. Of course, it's a love story. It says falling in love can be a witch. So perfect for October. So that I think would be a great October read. And then the last one I got is called Chaser. And I think if you follow me at all, you've seen I've had this book on another library book haul. And it is by Therese M. Clark, which I think I was saying her name wrong. It is a woman, Therese. Okay. This is not the first one in this series. I found out this is a series, and this I think may be number 3 in the series. I don't know if it can be read as a standalone. Of course, it's a love story, but I want to start, of course, now that I know that there is a 1 and 2, I want to start correctly. So I am not going to read this just yet. So I probably will be checking this out again so that I can finish the first one and the second one, and then read this next one. Then read this one. And so I'm interested. I love the book. I almost want to just buy the book because I just love how floppy it is. I love the book. It's good size, and the writing, you know, it's a good size, you know. So anyways, it's not that long. So this is all of the books that I got from the library. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a total of 8 books from my library. And we'll see exactly what I can do with tackling reading some of these, or maybe adding some of these to my TBR, to my own personal collection at some point if I am interested. Because sometimes I read the first couple of chapters and then figure out this is not for me, and then I just drop it back off. So anyways, that is it for this video. I am going to wrap it up here, and I will definitely be back to see you guys on the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and thank you so much for watching.